Hello!
Hello there!
I'm back again, and today we're going to talk about mass production, DVT, and some extra stuff, especially lots of ooh. So let's get started. And it starts off with some less exciting news, and that is that we need to delay the mass production by a month. And there's some good reasons for that, and I'm going to tell you about those reasons. But first, what can you expect? Well, right now we expect mass production to happen by the end of August, and that means we can do deliveries by the end of September. We don't have a final date that the mass production is ready yet, and that's because we haven't confirmed the DVT completely yet. Now, why hasn't the DVT been completed? Because we were actually expecting to complete it in the last 2 weeks already. Well, it's not just these last 2 weeks only. We've been actually going through so many details in the last 2 months, dealing with little issues here and there that needed correction, and especially colors. Now, I cannot emphasize enough, don't make colored products if it's your first time. We knew this would be a struggle, but we really wanted to try it with the ooh, because it would be a lot more fun to have colors with the ooh. So the problems we were facing were especially with the ooh RGB and the ooh without RGB, because there's a blue color on the top bar, and then there is not exactly a white on the bottom, but it's kind of like somebody says eggshell, the other one says retro, the other one it's kind of like a beige, and it's like a mixture that's very hard to define, but you can see the pictures on the website. But then when you grab a color chip and you compare it to the website, you cannot do that, because when you look at any color on one screen, it's going to be different on the other screen, and then different on that screen, and it makes it very difficult to make the color exactly match with what you might have designed on the screen. So you have to work with real materials. And when you work with real materials, when you take plastic or silicone, or you take, I don't know, a piece of foam, whatever the material is, every time that color is going to be slightly different because of the material. So we had to combine our PC plastics with ABS plastics with silicone, even so sometimes with the keycaps made of PBT. So with the ooh RGB and the ooh without any RGB, we have this blue bar with that retro white. Those are so difficult to get. We had so many different color plates coming in, and just like what Eric mentioned in the previous update, I was in Taiwan together with Rohan and Vanessa and Kevin, and we were in this team meeting together with the manufacturer, talking about all these little details that still needed correction, that needed some adjustments, and we're still stuck with that color. We couldn't find the color. And we finally got the color that we're looking for. Or well, at least it's like 90% the color that we were looking for. But it looks really great. And then we also had the blue, which was very difficult because it wasn't really a blue. There's some green in there, but then, you know, too much green, it became a bit of like a turquoise, which was not what we're aiming for. So that was a struggle too. Also got a lot of color chips, but we also chose one of the colors there. And now finally we got that match that we were looking for. But it didn't just end there, because it was also difficult to control all the RGB lights, not only with the light bars in the device, but also the colors. So still with the case color, if we would put the RGB lights on its brightest, then the top case color would not be, let's say, dark enough to block all the light to come through. So, you know, we don't want to change the color, but we can change the material composition to block light better. So we had to change the material bit on the top case so the light would not come through the top case anymore. And yes, the RGB is that bright. Now the RGB light bars and the whole RGB effects around the device been quite some work, especially in the beginning. Not only did we have to take care of that rim on the outside being also the switch plate where light is guided through, but there's also an additional light bar on the top that guides light up and diffuses the light. But there's so much you have to keep into account. It starts with the design of the light bar and of the plate, how it guides the light to the sides and how it guides light to the top and spreads it out, but also all about the translucency of the plastic that is used for the light bar. Too much translucency, you get a spotlight effect. Spotlight effect is where you can very clearly see a spotlight of light, and then it gets weaker and weaker outwards. Now that's not nice on the device, it looks very ugly, so you want to add some diffusion, which kind of like spreads the light more evenly around. And that you can do with less translucency. But if you decrease translucency a lot, what happens then is that the RGB lights don't really get through anymore, and it feels like a very dark, not so bright device anymore. So there is a really fine balance that we had to find, and it's been going back and forth, And the annoying part of not being exactly at the factory or next door to the factory is that every time there's a color chip or there's a color update, it takes about roughly 5 days to a week before we have the color chip, and then we still need to look at it, compare, and give feedback. And every time it wasn't the color that we're looking for, it would go through that loop again. And that takes a lot of time. And that's also what has killed our buffer in our production schedule, and what has also caused us to delay the whole production by 1 month. Now, don't worry, it's not that bad. It could have been much worse. And actually, it's in your benefit, because not only did we choose to not rush the product, we chose to take some time to make sure we get the colors we want, and we get the quality that we want, and that we can make a perfect product that you're paying for and can enjoy a long time. And besides that, we want to make sure that all our products meet the quality that you would expect from a Wooting product. Alright, so what can you expect now is that next week we're going to receive our DVT samples. That's where we can cross off all the parts. We've already seen pictures and videos of all the DVT parts and samples to pre-check them basically before they get shipped over here. Once those are here and we can check everything, then we can finally get to PVT. And we're kind of going to combine PVT together with MP. So if you remember, maybe PVT is production validation test. This is like a small production run to kind of test and see if everything runs all right. And then you go into mass production where you do the bulk of the production. But these are going to be pretty close to each other because we've already been purchasing all the parts that we know, okay, this is approved, this is fine, and we can continue with this. So that's going to be pretty rapid so that our mass production can happen a little bit sooner so we can make up some of the time that we've lost before. But we're not only going to receive a couple of DVT samples, we're going to receive a bunch more, because these samples will go to those pro players and prominent members of the community that co-created the collector keycaps, so they can already show you or preview to you what the UwU device is. They can already start testing it, give us feedback and opinions. Now, if you can't wait to get your hands on the Wooting UwU device, then you can also test and try it and give opinions and feedback to us at the COE event in the Netherlands that starts on the 31st of July up until the 5th of August. We'll have a stand there with our Wooting UwUs, and you can use it in full force and quickly find out if it's something for you or not. Now, if you can't attend the event, hopefully people share the event with you and share the device. And if you have any questions and you have feedback, well, you don't need to write us, because Erik, Sander, and myself will be at the event on the 5th of August, which is the Saturday, to answer all your questions and share whatever you'd like to hear about the development or just in general things. So I hope to see you there, because we're looking forward to talking with you and finally sharing a bit more about this thing that we've been working on all this time and really want you guys to use and get the feedback from. And that's it, and I'll see you in the next update.